I've been a fan of big, life-transforming projects. I trained like I was preparing for a role in Tomb Raider. I studied as if I was Hermione, figuring out the Philosopher's Stone, and I meditated as if I was a Jedi Padawan mastering the Force. Go hard or go home. That is, until I got bored, tired, or lost my motivation. But this time, we'll go small and go home. Minimal effort, maximum payout. 7 tiny micro habits that hopefully you won't even know that you're doing and that can help you live a better life. Each of them will be focused on well-being, sleep quality, non-toxic productivity, or overall happiness. You won't find tips on beauty, weight loss, or making money, because let's face it, I still haven't figured these out. Each habit will be rated according to level of effort, utility, pleasure, and joy. Also, habits will be divided depending on when you can do them, morning, evening, or anytime during the day. At the end, I will share one tracking mechanism that can help you integrate them into your life. Let's go! Good morning. Waking up is hard in cold winter months when you have to wake up before the sunrise. I had a lot of practice with this growing up in Poland and now living in the UK, and I have a couple of tricks that help me deal with this. This is a sunrise imitating alarm, the cheapest one that I could find on Amazon, but it does the job. The room gradually gets brighter and you can also pick a sound. I picked an ocean wave, even though my partner says it sounds more like a flashing toilet. But also importantly, it prevents me from looking at my phone first thing in the morning. Before I did that, I would get this pang of anxiety looking at my notifications and already feeling like I'm late with life. Now I don't. If you don't have an alarm clock like this, get an alarm clock that's not a phone and put on a lot of artificial light that will help you wake up. Also, ideally, once the sun is up, you would go for a short walk, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, because the natural light will help you regulate your circadian rhythm. Let's say you're on a bus or in an office and you start to feel a bit tired, sleepy, maybe your head hurts, maybe you feel like you're coming down with something. A small inhaler can help you fix all of that. My favorite thing in the entire world is the Tiger Balm inhaler. It has tons of good ingredients such as menthol, camphor. They reduce inflammation, congestion and pain and improve alertness and circulation. There are also special sticks for when you have a headache, and I always have with me essential oil drops that I put on my wrists or temples when I need them. I put some drops on my pillow or in my bathtub. I also make my own pillow mists, combining essential oils and water. But importantly, I don't think they are a solution to all of your problems. I don't think they can cure depression and cancer. I just think they smell nice and can improve your mood. They can be this tiny boost of energy or a dose of peacefulness when you need it. Before you click away thinking, I did not click on this video for some random girl to tell me how to breathe. Give me 10 seconds. Breathing may seem like this easy thing we do every day, but most people, myself included, do not pay enough attention to the quality of our breathing. James Nestor wrote an eye-opening book on the topic, and he explained how lack of fresh air in our rooms decreases our mood and cognitive function. Think all air-conditioned office spaces where you can't open the window, or the tube, or the airplane. There, on average, every 7th breath you take is a recycled breath from somebody else. One study that he quoted tested the impact of CO2 levels on academic results in schools. And the students which were in the room with higher CO2 levels had 50% lower academic performance. Yeah, 50%. So whenever I feel like my ideas are bad, I completely suck, I can't concentrate, I open the window and air the room. At least I will know whether my ideas are actually bad or if it's just lack of fresh air. So always air your room before you go to sleep, before you study, before you work. It will do so much good for you. Whenever I do something where I want to be truly present, like going for a walk with my husband or having dinner with friends or studying, working, I leave my phone in another room or at home. It's because I have literally no self-control. And this is the easiest way for me to be truly present and have a break from this constant buzz of notifications. As a side note, I started watching Friends a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, I know, I had no TV in Hobbiton where I grew up. But there was this episode where Rachel says to Monica, "Oh, I met this guy." And Monica says, "Okay, pull out the phone from the socket so that no one can disturb us and we can talk." And I thought, it would be so nice if we could make it this easy nowadays. And maybe we can in a way. Also for moments when you want to be really focused on your work, you could use apps such as Screen Zen, where you limit how many times and for how long you can open specific apps. It's all a bit difficult, but I'm trying my best. If you ever really need to do something but feel unmotivated, imagine yourself as your favorite book or movie character doing something important. For example, at university, when I had to study for subjects that I did not enjoy, I would imagine myself as Hermione studying in Hogwarts Library. There are even those YouTube playlists that you can put on a large screen and let the music, the visuals, the background noise transport you to your chosen location. This simple trick got me through a lot of long nights studying or filling Excel spreadsheets. This one is very easy and very helpful if you have trouble sleeping. Our devices, phones, laptops, tablets emit blue light, and blue light suppresses melatonin, which is the hormone that helps us sleep. So at least 1 hour before we're going to bed, we should stop using our devices, and if we can't, we should use the blue light filtering glasses such as these ones. It would also be a good idea to set a night mode on our phones. If you have an iPhone, it's called Night Shift, and that automatically also filters blue light. Easy fix, better sleep. I remember there was this trend of party people posting videos of themselves preparing for the morning after a night out. They would leave an aspirin or a bottle of water next to their bed, maybe even a bucket. No, this is not what I'm going to suggest, but most nights before I go to sleep, I do a tiny gesture for the future me, meaning myself in the morning. Most times it's something simple. I clean my desk, I leave a post-it note with a good message, for instance, "You got this," or I leave a bottle of water, I prepare my clothes, my bag for the next day, anything that will make my morning easier and nicer. I think these tiny gestures build a mindset where our life is our responsibility, and especially where everything seems out of control, we can still control these little things, and these little things matter. We can't control how others treat us, but we can control how we treat ourselves. And we need to take care of ourselves, especially when no one else will. Before we move to tracking, I wanted to share with you one final bonus tip. I try to do every single day something that makes me happy. It can be something small like drinking a cup of tea, or listening to the music that I enjoy, coloring pages, or being silly, or having a piece of chocolate. One thing a day, something different every day. I think we get so caught up in our to-do list that we often forget about ourselves. And I gather from the comments that I get from you that many of you, like me, tend to be people pleasers. We prioritize other people, we put responsibilities and duties first. And I think we should also make it our habit to prioritize our needs, not only basic needs, but also happiness. So if we do 100 things for other people, we can also do one thing for ourselves every single day. Okay, so old habits are tiny, but there's a lot of them. So how do we remember them? How do we integrate them in our busy lives? And how do we keep track of them? I have this one tracking template that you can screenshot, you can adapt to your needs. It gives you the main idea of what the habit is, potential timings, what resources you would need. You can add your own here, of course, and the box that you can check. I use one template weekly, so I just mark whenever I do every habit. But importantly, I don't try to do everything every single day. The template for me acts more as a kind of toolbox for me to know what resources I have at my disposal. But you can use it however you want. The key message is the habits are here to help us and make us feel better and not to stress us out. Small things add up to big changes, and they eventually become who you are. So with every tiny choice, you choose who you are becoming. But the beauty of tiny habits is that if you ever miss out on anything, that's fine, because every moment you can decide to do something good for yourself. Let me know if you want part 2 of this. Go small and go home. Love you.